Hello, everyone. So today is craft tutorial for our Patreon members. As you already know, November, the craft is making witches' bells. So by now you should have received your packet with some of your goodies. If you are in the elite membership, you actually get a themed mailed packet in the mail. And oh, there goes my printer. Ignore any sounds because I'm upstairs in an open room filming this, and I might have dogs and printers and kids and who knows, right? But if you are an elite member, you receive a themed packet by me. Made by me every month. And in that packet, you should have received bells for this craft. So this is what we're going to do to make the witches' bells. Now, even if you're not in the elite membership, you're in any other membership, I really invite you to still follow along by using whatever you have. I bought these bells on Amazon. They were really, really cheap. You can find them sometimes at the Dollar Tree for a couple of bucks. And especially now that it's Christmas season, it's coming up. There is a lot of crafts that have bells in it. So just get creative. And most importantly, remember not to spend a lot of money. This is not the point of this craft. You can use literally anything that you have around the house. So just a recap of what a witch's bell is. So witch's bells have been used in so many different cultures and traditions, and they really go back to the superstition or the practice, if you will, that if you hang something that makes noise at your front door, it wards off anything negative, it wards off any intruders or any ill intentions. So bells have long represented a purifying sound, a sound where all evil must flee when it hears it. So church bells and witches' bells and even, sacred rituals that have bells or some type of chimes, they all pretty much originate from this belief for the most part. So the intention for this craft, for all of us in this tribe, is to create our own witches' bells with whatever craft material you have. And with any craft that we will be doing together, the important thing to remember is the intention that you place in the craft itself, okay? So today I will make my own witches' bells along with you guys. I will use the bells, the ones I bought from Amazon. And I literally have no idea how I'm going to do this. So you're going to be seeing it for the first time, just as I am. I usually kind of pre-make stuff and then show it on videos. But this time we're going to have a tutorial. We're going to do this together, or you can watch it whenever you feel like it. We do have a live hangout at the end of this month, and I would love to do a show and tell for everyone who's made witches' bells to bring them on. And while we're on Zoom, we'll have an opportunity to cheer on your project, see what you did, and, just to kind of see what everyone has been doing with their witches' bells. So here I randomly picked some stuff. Now, I bought this. It came in a set of 3. It is just literally a metal hoop. But again, you can use anything. You can use a wooden hoop. You can use a hair tie, a scrunchie, anything that you feel could be tied or placed around a doorknob. So another thing is you don't have to necessarily place it on a doorknob. You can even put it on a nail near the front door or in any room of your house. So just be creative and don't limit yourself. And then I pulled in some stuff here, just, picturing, I know I'm going to be having some dangly stuff and the bells are going to be dangling from this. So I just brought out some of my twine and This is waxed thread that I use for my book binding. I'm not sure if I'll use this, but I have it. And then I have some pretty ribbon. This is gem mesh, and I thought it was nice and sparkly. I have some different ribbons here. And again, most of my stuff comes from the dollar store. This one, I guess it was from somewhere else, this rainbow lace. But most of my stuff comes from the dollar store, and I literally just improvise and, try to upcycle things around the house too. I'm going to be using this yarn Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Because it has this sparkly stuff on it. So literally you can use anything. The nice thing about these bells is that the hole is big enough that you can put any type of ribbon or thread in it. So, and it makes a really, really pretty sound. So let's get started. I am trying to figure out what it is that I want to do with the hoop first. If I want to wrap it with twine, so maybe something like this. Or if I want to use yarn, I think this would be too much around. Maybe we'll use it for something later. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So I am just really excited about this Patreon tribe. I love connecting with everyone, and I love our Facebook, Luce Bianca tribe, the free one that we have over 100 members. It brings me so much comfort and inspiration. But I think this is going to be so cool to just have our own private little thing and get some perks and some swag out of it, and just some more intimate conversations and projects. And I'm just feeling really grateful for you being here. I think I'm going to cut this. That way it's going to be easier to turn. And then as far as like supplies for this project, other than the threads and beads and ribbons or whatever you want to use to hang your bells, you can use all kinds of stuff, like these little hoops. There's an actual name for it. They're used for paper craft. They open up. They're like those round things. And then I have some of these like sequins. So, these are, again, accessories, I guess. But as far as tools, you just need a good pair of scissors. And I mean, I can't imagine you would need really much else. So there's nothing really crazy that we'll have to do here. So, okay, so let me see. I just tied a knot at the top here. Knots can easily be hidden later on with decorations. So I'm just going to go ahead and also, this is my very first step-by-step video tutorial with the camera overhead. So I really, really hope that you guys are seeing this okay. Okay, so I'm holding the top here, although you know what? I think we could probably use like a clip to help me hold on to the knot here. Oh yeah, much better. So now I can just go around it faster. So as you can see, all I'm doing is just wrapping this thing around and around, and there's probably like an easier way to do this, and I'm just not doing it. Let's see. I think I cut a little bit too much thread, but that's okay. I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I really would like to live. Oh my God, guys. This is the thing. You guys are going to get to see for yourselves the hot mess that goes beyond all of my artistic projects, because there's a lot of mess ups and a lot of errors and mistakes and grumbling and frustration. But you know what? That's sort of part of the process, right? And we have to just remember that it's not about making something perfect. So as you're doing this, just remember that. Oh, you know what I just thought of is I could probably have strung beads around this. That's okay. I'm sure we can figure something else out. Obviously, I want to keep this as open as possible so that it can go over the doorknob. I'm not necessarily sure I'm going to put it on my doorknob. If I did, I would have to put it inside the, like inside of the house, not the front on the other side, like the outside of the door. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the outside doesn't have a regular round knob. It has one of those things that you just push down. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is fine. I think most of the time witches' bells are inside the house or the building anyway, not outside. But I don't know, maybe I might decide to do something different with it and put it in a different room, or maybe put it hanging on a nail. I don't know. I have no idea what we'll do. All right, we're almost there. I keep all these ribbons just in case, and I'm glad because then I get to use them for crafts. Like I said, I do get these a lot at the Dollar Tree, and if you are looking for a place to buy very inexpensive but really nice craft supplies, whether it's like Velcro, glues, ribbon, lace, stickers, I don't know, like any of that stuff, the Dollar Tree is an excellent source because it is cheap and it's actually good quality. So the brand of the Dollar Tree for crafts is Crafter's Square. And look at that, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Crafter's Square. But yeah, they have all kinds of stuff. Like they have tape and they have these like Velcro things so that you can close books. These little pop-up, like pop dot adhesive. Yeah, Crafter's Square. I'm pretty sure that's the Dollar Tree brand. So they have so much stuff there, guys. Like, I'm not gonna say I never shop at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby because I do, but I am a craftaholic, which is a huge problem. But really, it is silly not to go to the Dollar Tree to get a lot of this stuff. So now I finished wrapping all this around. I'm gonna try to space it out. And then, like I said, I know this will stay up here for now. And then when we decorate it, I can hide it somehow. I'm not super concerned about that right now. All right, so actually, okay, I'm not gonna cut this yet. I'm gonna just put it up aside. All right, so now we have, I think I'm gonna use 3 bells. And I think I'm going, well, I don't know. I'm considering doing 2 long ones and then having one hanging a little bit shorter, but I'm not sure yet. So let's see what we would want to hang the bells with. So technically I could still use this. Or if I want to add some embroidery thread with the pop of blue, I could do that. I'm kind of feeling the blue. Let's see. Oh, and I also have this kind of blue. I think we're going to hang the bells next, and then we're probably going to just embellish the stuff later. I think that positioning the bells would be the best thing to do. But again, whatever you feel called to do, you know, experiment with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to have fun and put your intention in it. I think I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to use this just plain blue thread to hang the bells, and maybe we'll use this for something else. Let's take our first bell. Now I'm going to use 3 just because I have this whole box and it'll still be plenty to send to you guys who are receiving the monthly packet. But you can, if it bothers you to have 3 because it's too much, you can have 2, or you could just have 1. Or if you choose not to do bells that are quite this big and you want to like have smaller bells, that's perfectly fine. All right, so all I'm going to do, I think, is just make a small knot. Yeah, I think we'll just do a small knot up here. I'm gonna double knot it just in case. All right, so how long do I want them to dangle? So if the hoop is up here, yes, I feel like that would be good for the 2 longer ones. So let me go ahead and cut this. And let me put in the second bell. Okay, so here are the 3 bells. I haven't attached them to the hoop yet. I feel like I want to have this one kind of shorter and the 2 on the side a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and tie Ginger. Ugh, guys, I hope you guys don't hate me for all of these background interruptions all the time, but if you've seen Alive with me before, this is my life with dogs. This is my life with schnauzers. I want to make sure that on the camera you guys can still see pretty okay. Yeah. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is literally just tying the middle bell, and I think the way I'm gonna do it, how are we gonna do it? You know what? I actually have a little bit of an idea. I want to try that. Oh, I wish that would have been pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna tie this. Sorry, I'm like thinking of myself here. I'm starting to get a little bit of an idea of how I want this to look like as I'm doing it. So, all right, so this is the knot. And what I was thinking is it would be kind of cool. I'm gonna move this. It would be kind of cool to have this braided. But I don't have 3 strands, but that's okay. That way we don't have to waste it. Oh, you guys, I just had a great idea. Hang on tight. Okay, so I have so many beads. Just from jewelry making. And I thought maybe as I braid, I'm like running out of room here at my desk. As I braid, I can maybe put in a couple of beads in the thread. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. I probably won't do it, for the whole entire thread, but let's see what I have. Let's see what we can find. So we have to make sure we get a bead that actually, that actually fits the thread. So maybe that's the thing. If you guys are going to use beads, make sure that you try beforehand to see if the thread or ribbon or whatever you're using will fit the bead. Wait a minute. You guys, look. I have these they're actually I don't know what to call them, baubles. Oh, these might actually look really good. Yes, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Let's try one. All right, let's try one. So the way I would do this is I would basically just tie a knot. I don't know how it's going to look, so we'll just kind of go ahead and see. But basically what we're doing is we're just placing one. Oh my gosh, I like that. Now, as you can see, it's not really centered with the knot, but that doesn't matter because we can hide the knot somehow, okay? So what I would do is I'm gonna just sort of braid this thread. By braid, I mean just maybe wrap it around to give it a little bit of a dimension. Now I do have the option. So I have these in 4 different colors. So this one is sort of like a dark, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like a dark purplish bauble thing. Does it have a thing? Oh, it doesn't have a, oh, this one doesn't have like the golden hook, so never mind. I have this same blue that we were just having, or, you know, we just braided. Then I have this purple, which makes me think of Miss Debbie. And then I have this green. So I guess we could incorporate some purple in here, especially if I'm going to use this purple ribbon. I think that'll match well. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. I like that idea. All right, so same thing here. We're just going to thread the thread, add our little pendant, and like before, all I'm gonna do is just put a little knot, and let's see, whoop, perfect. Yeah, I like it like that. So I'm gonna do a second knot to kind of tie it and make sure it stays nice and strong. And as you can see, having long nails with crafts like this, it is tedious, but it's okay. All right, so I am going to finish braiding the rest. That way it kind of looks uniform and even with the top. All right, this is coming together. And so basically what I'm thinking is I am going to do the same with the other 2 bells, just do the same procedure. Okay guys, so I finished tying all 3 and adding these little charms. And I want to show you how different the other 2 turned out to be when I threaded the ribbon than this one. This one was the center first one. And the way I had originally tied the bell, I had enough length to braid or twist from the top to bottom. This one I did not. So I want to show you, and I'm showing you because I want you to see how mistakes, even though I don't, you know, they're not necessarily mistakes, they're just part of the process, you know, can happen, and it's okay. Like, don't stress over the details. These threads turned out a little bit differently. All you have to do is just cut any extra ones, or I'm gonna actually leave it dangling for a little bit in case I decide to add something else and I'm gonna need some extra thread. But like, look, it's literally like not the end of the world, right? And I think it's looking pretty good so far. Okay, so I'm gonna stand these up here. So this is gonna be the center, and we'll do something with this top knot later to hide it. I'm thinking a bow or some type of flower. I don't know, we'll see. But I think now we can actually start decorating with the fun stuff. This might be a little thick. Let's see. I have, this is a little thinner. This is actually glitter ribbon, floral garden, and you can use it for like scrapbooking, gift bows, crafts, anything. So I do like it a lot, and I'm feeling like it would be very pretty hanging down. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. All right, I am going to start cutting. Well, let's see. Let's start cutting. Also, I have a billion pairs of scissors and none of them work well. So as my bestie Celeste always tells me, make sure that you have good scissors, one just for paper, one just for fabric, just because that way they don't get all ruined like mine do. Okay, so, oh, okay. Can you guys see this okay on camera? So what I'm thinking is, do I want to maybe glue these together, like the two ends? Do I want to keep this in the middle, the bell and the thread? No, I don't like that. I think the thread needs to be nice and loose so that the bells can move. So maybe let's just stay away from the bell itself. I don't know how long I'd want it to be. How to attach these. I think I have options. I can use tape or glue. Glue is a little bit more messy and you have to wait for it to dry. I'm just wondering if, I guess we'll try it out, guys. Go on a little journey with me. I'm wondering if this type of double-sided tape would work on this fabric ribbon, because fabric is very, it's tricky to work with and to glue to other surfaces. I'm gonna rip off a piece. I think I'm gonna make this slightly longer again, and ideally this should work. Let's see how it stays on this side of the fabric. Now we can close this up. I'm gonna bring these down again for reference of length. And you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. It's gonna be a little long, but I kind of like it long and dangly. And we can trim it if needed. Now let's see if it did the trick with the tape and it actually stuck together. Okay. I think it did. All right, so let's do the same thing. Let's do one in the middle. There you go. All right. So far, so good. Last piece. So what I encourage you to do is to call this whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be a witch's bell. It could be a blessing bell or door blessing or whatever you want to call it, right? Don't get stuck on labels. All right, so far this is what we have. And it's hard to see, I guess, when it's kind of flat on the table. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ends a little bit because I don't like them just like that. So what I'm going to do is just give them that V shape at the ends. Just because I think it looks a little nicer. And I'm going to do the same with the other two. So my middle daughter comes back tonight from her 3-day vacation at Orlando with her boyfriend. She's turning 18. She's not little, obviously. They paid for the vacation entirely themselves, so I was really proud of that. They spent their time at Disney doing all the rides, trying all the things. So she sent me pictures and it looks like they had a really good time. And but I'm happy that she's coming back. I missed her. 3 days, it's a long time to be away from my kids, I think. It just feels different in the house when one of them is gone, you know? All right. So this is what we have so far, the bells. And yes, these are driving me nuts already, but that's okay. We're just gonna cut them at the end if needed, which definitely will be needed. But this is basically what we have so far. So now we have these fun lace ribbons that we could maybe add if we wanted to. I don't know, what do you think? I think it would be really pretty. Okay. I don't necessarily want to make this super elaborate. So what I think I'm gonna do, you know how we have this is the center, right? This is the center of the bells. And I want to hide this. I have an idea. I kind of like having just the plain white around the hoop. So I might just add a little embellishment here, which will be cute, but also serve the purpose of hiding that knot there, right? For her special feast. Now, do I want to tie this? I guess we can just cut this, honestly, because the cord is already tied to the hoop. So we don't really need this extra, do we? What if we need it for something? No, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to make the decision of just cut it. There you go. That's the only problem with this. I guess I could cut. Should I cut this? I hate to cut it. See, guys, when you start crafting, the options are endless and you just never know what you will end up with. And I think that's the beauty of crafting. It's just you experiment with things. You know, I really like this, but should we try that? I know what I want to put here. Let me show you guys. Okay, so I want to add either this flower here or this one. And I really like this one because it'll hide the knot. Oh, I love the pink. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I am going to add this with the other pink ribbons dangling down. I think that'll be pretty. Let's see if the same tape trick will work here. I might need something maybe a little bit stronger. I don't know. All right, let's see. A few strips, because the beads here, this stuff is making it a little bit heavier. So I might need a couple of pieces, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Let's try to peel this off. Again, it's not easy to do that when it's on the ribbon, but you really shouldn't, and it's probably harder to take off the backing when it's not already propped on something. It's like a trial and error kind of thing, right? I use this little pokey tool. If you want to get a floss that can be used to make crafts and accessories. Come on. See, guys, this is what I mean. If this was paper, this would have peeled off already, but because it's on ribbon, these are not easy. You know what? I think I'm gonna use, all right, let me try one more thing. Don't try this at home because you'll poke yourself, guys, okay? Don't do what I do. That should be the number one rule of crafting when it comes to safety. Don't do what Tamara does. Oh my God, no, this is the thing. It won't stick. Okay, well, at least we know, right? At least we know that this is not the ideal one for lace and ribbon and stuff like that, which I should have known that already. I have fabric glue, but it doesn't work super well on these type of ribbons. So I'm gonna pull it up just a smidge. And here we go. Now, will it stick? That's the trick. Okay, yeah. All right, so that got on okay, except it was tedious to peel off. So maybe I'll use a different, getting all mixed up in here. I'll use a different tape for that. Okay, so as I'm doing this second one here, just to experiment with you guys, that way you also kind of learn some tips and tricks here along with me. Instead of using the tape for this ribbon, I'm going to use the E6000 glue, which you can find in any craft store. But my whole point is I want to see if glue might work a little bit better than tape. Now, this glue is very strong, but it's a bit messy sometimes. So make sure you clean the glue after you put it on, because that's my issue all the time. I have a problem with the smell. Like, I don't like smell glues at all, so I try not to use them too much, but let's see how this one is gonna work out. Maybe better than the tape. This is closing in on me, so hold on. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let that dry. I am going to start cutting these little extra threads. That one's cut. Just because I'm not going to add anything else to it. You know, you can get really fancy with this, but I wanted to do something a little bit more simple for this tutorial. And I think even this one, please, if you're looking at this and you're like, I think this is even a bit too much for me to do, it's okay. Go simpler. I am just showing you one way. And all we really need to do now is add this embellishment here. So there's really no need to thread or glue anything. I can just twist this little thing here. And hopefully that will work. All right, and voila. There it is. Okay, now if you wanted to, or if I wanted to, I could add maybe another one here. Do I want to do that? You know, maybe. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? Flowers are pretty, why not? Okay, so let me twist this. And you guys, I got this at Dollar Tree as well, these flowers. If, it's not Dollar General, it's not Dollar Family Store, it's gotta be Dollar Tree. They have the best craft stuff there. All right, so this is the final piece, but I think you're really gonna be able to see, oh guys, look, this came off. Okay, this is good, this is good. So this glue also isn't ideal for the ribbon lace. Okay, so I'm actually half tempted to staple it, which you can do, it's an option, right? But let me see what we're gonna do. I hate touching that glue when it's still wet. All right, let me So right now I'm finding a second option, or maybe I should call a third option to seal this ribbon. So I'm glad that happened now. That way we can experiment together. So I have these that we could try. Eileen's Instant Tacky Adhesive Dots. I'm literally just going to use my hands on this and plop one here and plop one here, because we don't really need that much. We just need something to stick. And one. But you know, guys, you can use double-sided Scotch tape. I don't know if that will stick, but you can try it. If all fails, a staple, you can just put a staple on it. All right, now let's see if this will stick. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do this backwards? Oh yeah, this needs to be in the front. As I said earlier, I am always a little bit of a hot mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this. The stick. Let's see. So the Instant Tacky seem to be working pretty okay. So I think the last thing we need to do is just show it off on the door or in different areas, and let's see how it looks and how it sounds. So thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see your own beautiful witches bells, entrance bells, house blessings, doing our live Zoom hangout, and get creative, make mistakes, be messy. As you have just seen, I made a ton of mistakes and I have glue all over me. But you know what? That's the fun part of it. So make sure that you pray over it. Make sure that you send your intuition and light and good thoughts to it. You can say something like, please protect this household. May the melodic sound of these bells ward off any evil and only allow peace and harmony and love to enter my home. So something like that. So, okay, let's go see how it looks.